Going on, Libra? It's Robin here with Aries Fire Tarot. Thanks for joining me today, guys, for your April 2021 Wealth and Abundance Tarot card reading. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams deck, and I'm going to pull you guys a Romance Angel Oracle card at the end of the reading. I think they're a really nice tie-in, and they're not all about romance either. Really interesting advice from the Romance Angel Oracle cards. So anyway, okay, so Tarot of Dreams, I'm going to do a intuitive reading for you guys based on the general energy, the collective energy at the time that I pull the cards, and I will be channeling these messages through the cards for you from my guides. So I hope you enjoy. And I generally tend to butcher the intros, so I just like to really focus on giving you guys the Coles notes and then moving into the reading for you. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. So this could be wealth or any other form of abundance, and you know what to expect in April, or any sort of hints on how to get there. All right, so I'm just going to start. Let's have some cards for you guys. So we've got the King of Cups here. So have a look at this guy's face. He's like, say what now? You know, so there's something very, I'm getting the word kind of quizzical happening, where you maybe just didn't expect that kind of outcome. So I know lots of people just kind of, this is going to be really important if you guys use any sort of accounting professional or, you know, financial advisor. You might want to check the what's going on. You have a regular touch point. You know, don't give people all kinds of freedom to run your money. And this could also have something to do with, you know, your own private accounts. If you've got somebody that has access to a checkbook or access to your PIN card, your bank card, online banking, you got to be checking this stuff out, because something could be going on there, okay? And again, look at his face, like he's like, WTF. So I'm getting an indication that, you know, it's time to give a little bit of a perusal of those things. And it could be something as small as getting double charged on bank fees, but you know, there could be some little bit of, well, here's some for you and then here's some for me, you know, so you need to prevent that. And you know, it's really unfortunate to say that sometimes the people that you live with, you know, whether it be a spouse or a partner, even your kids, you know, they'll siphon money off of you. I've been in that situation. I actually had a live-in boyfriend, and this was quite some time ago. I didn't realize that he was stealing money from my bank account, you know, and he was stealing money from my wallet as well. So, I mean, that ended. But anyway, I'm seeing a little bit of a sense of caution for you guys to maybe not trust anybody overly much. And even if you do trust them, just go and make sure that they're not making any mistakes, okay? I always think it's such a good idea for people to be collaborative in their household about paying bills and the finances, instead of like, hey, I trust you. You know, trust is all fine and dandy, but I don't know, maybe do a little bit of a review, okay? So, King of Cups. And because it is the King of Cups, it's somebody that you're going to be emotionally connected to. So we have the Sun card here, and this is all about fiery abundance, but something is being... Lacey's staring at me, my dog. Something is about to be illuminated, okay? Something is about to be illuminated, and it's probably past time, because you have this sundial. And I'm getting the feeling that some of you could have your head in the sand about this. I always advocate for a really strong look at, you know, any sort of contracts that you have. Also, make sure that you're getting everything, you know, that you asked for. You know, not everybody delivers on, you know, they make this great big sales pitch and then they give you about 40% of what it is that they promised you. It's okay to fire people if you have to, even if you have Even if they're a member of your family with this King of Cups. I mean, if people are making a mess out of your money, it's up to you to stop it. So, and again, I'm getting the feeling that some of you could be aware of this already, but you're like, well, I don't really feel like having that confrontation. But I mean, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for like your bank account to be empty, or are you waiting for that contractor to just not show up and fulfill their obligation to you, and then they just leave with your money? And like, I've seen all kinds of scams and rip-off artists, unfortunately. So got to really be careful about who you're getting into business with, and do not be shy about looking over somebody's shoulder. You know, somebody that is honest, if you say, yeah, can I just check that out a little bit, you know, they'll say, sure, when's a good time for you? Anybody that has something to hide is like, well, why would you want to do that? So you got to really watch the tone. Don't you trust me? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so you've got the Moon card here. So there are two different types of, one's a canine, I would say, and one's a canid. So one's a dog and one's a wolf. So it is different species of the same DNA, okay? I did a blog. I did a blog on the evolution of the DNA from canid to canine. So, I mean, hey. So, also for some of you, I'm getting the words of wolf in sheep's clothing, which is never a good thing. So you guys could be cut from the same cloth, so to speak, but you're a different breed. And people see finances completely differently. And if you do not understand something that is being explained to you, ask for a deeper explanation, and don't worry about, oh, I'm going to look stupid if I ask for that. Like, would you rather look stupid for 5 minutes? And that's your own thing. Nobody's going to think you're stupid. It's just, you know, it's sort of, we're taught to feel that way if you want to look at a deeper explanation, or you're like, I didn't get that. People are like, what are you, dumb? You're not. You know, you just, like, sometimes people don't explain things the same way, especially if you have two different, like I was saying before, you know, same DNA, but different animals. So you could be a different animal than the other person. And I think I'm getting way off track here. But you just don't have the same intentions, okay? And your intuition is telling you something. You know, you're getting little sparks. And you're like, you should check that. But because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or you don't want to know the real truth about what is going on, you're putting it off. You're putting it off, okay? So the moon is asking you to use your intuition, like really pay attention. You could be having dreams. You could be feeling agitated. You know, you could feel like somebody that you were very close to before, and that you had the same intention. You had the same dreams, you know, that your pack is split a little bit. So there's a very deep influence with those two animals in that card. And the moon specifically is asking you to look and use your intuition. So yeah, you got to pay attention to all of this stuff, you guys. And don't be shy when it comes to your money, your contracts, what you're paying for, who you're supporting. You know, you cannot do that. And then you've got the King of Coins too. And he's sort of got the same pose going on, but he's got something else. He's like sort of the end of the journey, when the King of Cups sort of wakes up in the morning and it's like, I kind of had a weird dream about that. It could have been one of your spirit guides coming in and going, by the way, we see this going on here for you, okay? So you might want to check it out. So you could have that really quizzical feeling, like it's almost a sick feeling too, depending on how close the person is to you or how much you're paying them. And then, you know, you get the dawning realization with the Sun card. I'm going to show you guys all these cards because it is a real journey here. Okay, so you get this hunch. Oh, something's off. You know, there's a glitch in the matrix. And then you get to really shine a light on that. And you're like, oh, I don't really like what I'm seeing here. And then you understand really deeply what has been going on here. Your intuition is going to let you follow the trail. And then you see, oh, I thought we were the same I thought we were on the same page, you know, that we shared the same DNA and that we were going to, you know, sort of walk this path together. But then you understand that there's a separateness in the way of the understanding. And then the King of Coins is, he's getting it all back. So this is the end of the story for you guys, is that whatever, if there's any loss or a potential loss, you guys are able to plug that gap and protect yourself. And you're gonna have to do this yourself. You know, this is not any sort of you can't pass the buck on this one, as they say. You know, this is something that you guys are gonna have to, it's like defending your life and your lifestyle and your loved ones, especially if this is somebody that you're contracting or paying or providing a salary to, and then they're taking a little bit more and you're already giving them probably a fair compensation. So you gotta look at your books, you guys, and look at them hard. And like, don't be surprised when you see it, okay? And you'll go, huh. And then you're gonna have to handle it, yo. Okay, so let's have a Romance Angel Oracle card. This says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I find this is a very individual card for you. And I see that now more than ever, that, you know, I'm dealing with like people message and comment from around the world, and you know that people follow different paths all the way, like even in your own community, like the city that I live in, they call it kind of a melting pot because there's a lot of people immigrate here, so you can see it, you know, and I think it's really beautiful, but it can sometimes meld together really well, or it can be a real clash, which could sometimes be an issue here too, especially if you're dealing with somebody that thinks that a woman's place is in the kitchen, and I'm like, say that to my face, you know what I'm saying? So they might not think, there is in some cultures, they just, I don't want to get myself in trouble, I don't want to offend anybody, but you know, they think that women, they have a place, you know, and might not be smart enough. But, and I say this because there's lots of women on the channel, but anyway, you know, you can't let somebody else's viewpoint of who they think that you should be stop you from protecting your assets and creating more for yourself. I hope that all made sense. I really wanted to say that in the most accepting and loving way possible, because that's who I am as a person. So I'm going to wrap that up before I stick my foot in my mouth, and sending love and light. Okay, bye guys. Bye.